we've kept T-Bob way too long, but of course, USC at Notre Dame. Yes. I know when this line came out, and it hasn't really moved. Notre Dame's a 2.5-point favorite. When this line came out, it was like, okay, interesting, because Notre Dame just lost to Louisville. Did not look, very dynamic against Duke. Ohio State held them to 14. How are they going to outscore USC? And I think the answer, T-Bob, might be that this is Vegas telling us that USC hasn't actually played a decent defense yet.
No. I mean, 1,000%. No, Andy. So first off, I think these are two teams both coming in that have a bit of reason to be exhausted. Notre Dame more so, right? Notre Dame starts in Ireland. They had the game in Raleigh with the giant rain delays. They have to go on the road back-to-back weeks and quality ranked opponents. Well, excuse me, no. First, they had the 4-quarter battle with Ohio State that comes down to last play. Then they go on the road to Duke, comes down to last play. They find a way to win. Then they're on the road again, another ranked opponent, Louisville. And now they got USC. Notre Dame has reason to be exhausted. But they're going home. Now you got a USC that's coming off a super tense triple OT win. Anytime you put the heathen soft Los Angeles boys in the very religious and dreary Midwest, I think USC already is going to feel a bit uncomfortable there. But my instinct at first was to just simply trust Caleb Williams because he is the best quarterback in college football and go USC. But then I really started to think about it and really started to think, what happens to Lincoln Riley teams when they run into physical teams, right? And there is no doubt that Notre Dame is physical. It feels like when USC runs into Utah or something, right? And then the USC defense is so soft that I believe that Sam Hartman and this offense should have success. So, like, yes, Caleb Williams is the best quarterback in the country, but I like Notre Dame in almost every other way. So, to me, this one feels pretty heavy, Notre Dame, and I'm taking the Irish to cover.
You want the weather?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be rainy, right?
55 high, 49 low.
Ooh, boy.
Rain all day.
No way.
Should be tapering off by kickoff, but will be wet and
That's
dreary.
the most anti-LA weather experience that you could possibly imagine. Did you see the hilarious video of old boy with the chemical sprayer, the bug sprayer, just kind of piddling waters on the returners?
Exactly. This is what we got. So,
but here's the problem with that. For those that don't know, USC's at practice, they're catching punts, and a guy has a freaking orchid bug sprayer out there, and he's just like spraying water at the returner's face. And they actually fumbled a few of them, which I'm like, guys, come on. But beyond that, you're in Los Angeles, the literal mecca for fake rain machines.
Exactly.
Call Will Ferrell. Go to the studio next door. Go get a fake rain machine and return punts. Get anything more effective than just spitting at the player. Like, I was shocked that they don't have just some sort of movie-making rain machine on call. I mean,
they're not in the Big Ten yet, T-Bob. Look, they don't have that kind of dough.
George Lucas went to USC Film School. Steven Spielberg. You're telling me one of them can't give you a rain machine? That was wild to me. Absolutely wild.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I am curious to see if Notre Dame's offense looks more dynamic against USC's defense. I suspect that what we've seen is a factor of Ohio State has a very good defense.
Yeah.
Duke has an incredible defense and very well schemed. Louisville, I don't know how good Louisville is defensively, but that game was in the worst possible spot for Notre Dame because you're on the road, you're at night again, you've got USC next week. But this would be the time. Notre Dame has a little bit of the Iowa disease of not being able to have a dynamic receiver. But
true.
If Jaden Greathouse is if Jaden Greathouse can play a little more than he did, like he was hurt in the Duke game, he's was back somewhat for Louisville, but if he can play a little bit, I think they're going to be all right. I am also going to take Notre Dame in this one to cover because, I think Sam Hartman's going to have himself a day against that defense. And you're right.
I estimate he's going to have a day too.
Yeah, they might just run him. They might just run it because. That Arizona with that toss. The only time they stopped that toss was the last 2-point conversion.
It's so wild that Alex Grinch in this USC defense is that much better. I mean, they brought in talent. They brought in all conference guys. They bring in a guy like Bear Alexander, Lucas, all of them, Cobb, and it just has not really translated at all.
And that tells you it's schematic. It's not personnel. So.
Also, though, personnel-wise, you cannot have a Mike linebacker that is 6'6", 200 pounds. Just can't happen. It just looks so weird, especially with those giant numbers.
Well, and I realized that linebackers have gotten smaller. I was around Brandon Spikes the other day, who is like the classic middle linebacker.
I went to cut him one time, and it felt like I dove into a telephone pole when I hit his thigh. It just slid off.
He's still huge. Like, how he and Dante Hightower played the same position that today's middle linebackers play mystifies me. So
that's a scary MFer right there, Bo.
Exactly. But that is what USC is dealing with. And we're going to have no faith in their defense until proven otherwise. I don't think we're proven otherwise this weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Just a reminder, subscribe to this channel right here so you never miss an episode of Andy Staples on 3. And oh, by the way, watch all the other great videos on the On3 Sports YouTube channel.